Inflation is quietly changing our everyday lives, making it harder to save and spend wisely. Today, I want to share my straightforward approach to protecting my money in these challenging times. Just my personal story, no fancy advice. What is inflation? A simple explanation. Imagine you have $10 to buy groceries, a loaf of bread, a carton of milk, and a dozen eggs. Last year, that was enough to fill your cart. But now, with inflation, the same items might cost you $12 or even $15. That extra cost means your money doesn't stretch as far as it used to. In Canada, food prices have risen steadily over the past few years because of things like higher fuel costs and supply chain disruptions caused by the pandemic. Even everyday essentials like milk, bread, and eggs have gotten noticeably more expensive. This gradual increase is inflation, the rise in prices that reduces your purchasing power. How inflation affects everyday Canadians. Inflation impacts everyone differently. For retirees living on fixed incomes, rising costs can make it harder to cover basic expenses. Young families might find their grocery and housing bills increasing faster than their paychecks. Students and new workers often feel the squeeze when rent and transit prices go up. Even if your salary increases by 4%, but inflation is at 5%, you're effectively losing money. That's why understanding inflation and planning ahead is so important. Why I avoid pre-construction properties. Many people in Canada get excited about pre-construction condos or homes, thinking it's a great way to get in early and build wealth. But I don't support investing in properties that are still being built. Even just putting down a deposit can be risky. Delays, market downturns, and changes in the economy can affect the final value of these properties. Plus, recent history shows that in some cities like Toronto and Vancouver, pre-construction prices have not always kept up with expectations, especially when the market cools. Instead, I focus on buying completed properties that can generate rental income immediately. For example, owning a condo in a busy neighborhood can provide steady rent that helps cover mortgage payments, even during inflationary times. Gold and precious metals, a timeless hedge. Gold has been a store of value for thousands of years. During times of uncertainty, like the 2008 financial crisis or the COVID pandemic, gold prices tend to rise because investors look for safe places to park their money. In Canada, people can invest in gold by buying physical bars or coins, gold ETFs, or shares in mining companies. While gold doesn't produce income like rent or dividends, it protects wealth when the value of the Canadian dollar falls. Canadian stocks, growing with inflation. Stocks represent ownership in businesses, and many Canadian companies can pass rising costs to customers, helping their profits grow with inflation. Think of banks, grocery chains, and energy companies. These sectors often perform well during inflationary periods. Dividend-paying stocks are especially attractive because they provide income that often rises over time, helping investors keep pace with inflation. For example, major Canadian banks regularly increase dividends, providing steady income to shareholders. Cryptocurrency, digital gold with high risk. Crypto is sometimes called digital gold because it's limited in supply and decentralized. Bitcoin's price rose dramatically when governments around the world, including Canada, injected trillions of dollars into the economy during the pandemic. However, cryptocurrencies are extremely volatile. Their prices can swing wildly in days or even hours. If you're interested in crypto, it's crucial to do your research. Only invest what you can afford to lose, and consider it a small part of your overall portfolio. Smart use of debt in Canada's low interest rate environment. When interest rates are lower than inflation, borrowing money can actually help you grow wealth. For example, if you take out a mortgage at 3% interest but inflation is 5%, the real cost of that loan decreases over time. Many large Canadian companies use this strategy, borrowing cheaply to invest in growth. For individual investors, using debt responsibly to buy income-producing assets, like rental properties or dividend stocks, can be a powerful tool. Building a diversified portfolio. A balanced portfolio helps you weather economic ups and downs. In Canada, registered retirement savings plans, RRSPs, and tax-free savings accounts, TFSAs, are great tools to grow your money tax efficiently. These accounts let you invest in a wide range of assets while protecting your returns from taxes. Practical tips for getting started. If you're new to investing, start small. Use apps like Wealthsimple or Questrade that allow you to buy fractional shares and ETFs with low fees. Even setting aside $50 a week can grow into a substantial nest egg over time. Keep an emergency fund separate from your investments, so you don't have to sell assets during market dips. Always keep learning, watch videos, read books, and stay curious about the economy. Remember, everything I shared here is just how I'm managing my money during inflation. It's not financial advice or a perfect formula. As my channel grows, I hope to share more ideas and learn from you too. If you find this content helpful, please consider subscribing and joining me on this journey. Your support means everything as I work toward 1 million subscribers and the chance to give back by sharing more personal insights. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.